All right, it is here, the Restoration Shaman Dragonflight talents, the first iteration of it, and boy does it look crazy. Let's just dive into this, I guess. This looks wild. This talent tree is very it looks, the first impression is very intimidating right off the bat compared to other talent trees. There seems to be much more branching and much more of this just like cross hatch pattern of just a lot of options. So we'll go ahead and just start off with the baseline tree, and we're going to be building this for primarily Mythic Plus, but we'll kind of talk about, options as we go along and look at things. But we're basically building this as if we're just first impressions of let's try to, pick talents that would be good for Mythic Plus, which is kind of a nice mix of dealing damage and healing as a healer spec. So right off the bat, we're already like part way down the tree right here with Chain Heal, Lava Burst. We're gonna want Ancestral Shift for our Astral Shift for our reduced cooldown. Oh man, we already get two talent options right off the bat. This is so wild. Choose one. Reduce cooldown of Astral Shift by 30 seconds, or it reduces damage taken by an additional 20%. So for Mythic Plus, definitely Astral Bulwark. This is the increased by 20%. So now it's a 60% DR instead of a 40. So that is absolutely broken on a 2-minute cooldown. That's very, very good. And additionally, what does the Plains Traveler do? It's 30, so it makes it a 1 minute and 30-second cooldown. That's pretty good. All right, let's see what else we get. Ghost Wolf removes snares and increases your movement speed by 25% for the first 3 seconds, or you gain 5% increased movement speed and 5% damage reduction, stacking up to 4 times. So we're going to want the Spirit Wolf talent. It's not always required for Mythic Plus, but it does unlock Cleanse Spirit for us, so we're going to want this anyways. So we take Cleanse Spirit. May or may not need Hex, so for now we'll leave it alone and just wait. And then we're going to want Chain Lightning, so we'll take that right off the bat. We're going to want Wind Shear, that's our interrupt. So we'll take that over here, and then we'll kind of check each other talent on this row. We have Earth Elemental. We'll probably want that for Mythic Plus, so we'll just go ahead and take it for now. And then we have Frost Shock, which is a solid spell, especially for Explosive Week and stuff like that. But again, this isn't required, so this may be one of those things where you just pick this up on Explosive Week, and otherwise you just don't worry about it because you don't really, the thing about Frost Shock is it is good as like a movement ability. So like say you've already used your Lava Burst charges or charge, and then you need to move and you can't cast Lightning Bolt, you can't cast Chain Lightning, you don't have Spirit Walker's Grace up, something like that, then Frost Shock's a really good spell to just kind of use as you're moving along to deal extra damage. So it may just be something you want to take baseline anyways. Let's see. Maelstrom weapon. When you deal, are we gonna be able to melee cleave? Is this gonna be a thing? Are we gonna be resto shamans that melee cleave? That's gonna be so cool if we can actually like work something out to do like be a melee healer as a resto shaman by taking enhancement stuff. Oh boy. Okay. When you deal damage with a melee weapon, you have a chance to gain a Maelstrom weapon, gaining stacking up to 5 times each stack of Maelstrom weapon reduces the casting of your next damage or healing spell by 20%. That already seems really good to just be able to like get Maelstrom weapon stacks and then just throw like Lava Burst or Chain Lightnings and stuff like that. So I'm gonna. I'm so tempted to take it. It seems so cool, but I don't know what else we get like down this tree. What is this? Let's look at the bottom. Call of the Elements affects an additional totem. Resets the cooldown of your most recently used totem with a base cooldown shorter than 3 minutes. Um, we get Gust of Wind back. Spoilers. Okay, let's just work down the tree. Oh man, let's come back to Maelstrom Weapon. We'll wait on that just for a second. Focus. So yeah, we'll look at the third row now. So we have Earth Shield. Gonna want that. Fire and Ice increases all fire and frost damage you deal by 3%. Gonna want that. App Totem. Going to want that, obviously. We get our Purify. Focused Insight. Casting Flame Shock reduces the mana cost of your next heal by 10% and increases its healing effectiveness by X amount. It looks like 15%, or 30% if you have both specs. So that seems good. but I don't know if it's going to be necessary because Shaman has always been one of those healers that just does so much healing in Mythic Plus, just baseline. So I feel like this is one of those things where you can definitely get away with not taking this and be totally fine. So for now, we're going to leave it blank, and then we'll just work on the next row. So we have Elemental Orbit, increases the number of elemental shields you can have on yourself by 1. You can have Earth Shield on yourself and 1 ally at the same time. Okay, don't know how much we're gonna actually want something like that. It depends if we get other elemental shields somewhere in the tree. Because Earth Shield on ourself might be nice, but I don't know if it's gonna be something that like we really need. So we'll just take Spirit Walker's Grace for now. Move all casting, Ancestral Defense increases Leech and Avoidance by 3%. That's gonna be an instant take. Tremor Totem, that's gonna be a situational thing. So for now we'll leave it blank. And then we have choose one. Guardian's Cudgel. When Cap Totem fades or is destroyed, another Cap Totem is automatically dropped in the same place, or Static Charge reduces the cooldown for each enemy it stuns up to a maximum of 20 seconds. So this is going to be definitely you're going to want Static Charge, and that's just because the reduced cooldown is more effective than stunning twice in a lot of cases. There may be some dungeons where you're going to want 2 stuns, but a lot of the time that DR isn't going to be worth it. The reduction on the cooldown itself is actually way more beneficial. We get Hex, which we don't. Again, that's like another beneficial thing that we may or may not need. That's kind of situational, depending on if our group needs CC to get through packs. But a lot of the time when I'm playing Shaman, I've noticed we don't need Hex. Someone else can always CC it. There's always another player. We always have a rogue or a mage or somebody else who can just do the job. Flurry, increase your attack speed by 15% for the next 3 melee swings after dealing a critical strike with a spell or ability. And if we get to melee weave, I'm actually so pumped for that. That would be so fun. I hope we can do that. I just hope it's an option. I think that'd be super cool to see Resto Shamans in melee combat. We'll wait on this one still, and we'll work our way down this way further. So Spirit Walker's Aegis, when you cast Spirit Walker's Grace, you become immune to silence and interrupts. That's not going to be too useful in Mythic Plus, unless there's some kind of specific mechanic, or reduces the cooldown. So do we really need that? Probably, yeah, and we get Totemic Surge here, so we'll probably just take that to unlock it. So we'll take Graceful Spirit. And then Earth Grab Totem or Windrush Totem. We probably won't need those. That's situational for Earth Grab Totem. So we'll wait. And then Greater Purge. Purge the enemy target, removing 2 beneficial effects. That's pretty awesome. Or removing... Or we just get... Wait. Oh, so you get Greater Purge on a 15-second cooldown, or you get your regular Purge on no cooldown. Okay, so we would definitely just take regular Purge because... Oh, and we get a stack of Maelstrom Weapon when we Purge. That's pretty cool. Okay, increases the critical strike chance of all your nature spells by 2%. We're definitely going to want this stuff, so let's see. All right, we're committing to it, I think. How many talent points do we have? We don't have that many. Oh man, I want Maelstrom Weapon so bad though, but I don't know if it's actually a thing. We're gonna keep working our way down the tree and then see if we can always work our way back up if we don't have enough points yet, because we need 20. Anyway, so we have to spend 5 more points. So reduce the cooldown of your totems. We're gonna want that. Pretty good. Healing Stream Totem, not gonna be something that we need, I don't think. Swirling Currents is definitely nice though, so maybe we will. And then let's see what else. I just want to see what else this breaks off into. So your damage and healing is converted. Yep, that's pretty good. Ancestral Guidance as a Resto Shaman would be pretty cool. And then for this, you basically get Manatide Totem, so that's not going to be needed for Mythic Plus. So yeah, I don't think Swirling Currents is nice, but again, I don't think it's going to be required. So I don't think it's going to be worth spending 3 talent points just for Swirling Currents. Reduce all damage taken by 6%. Instantly take that. When your health of Nature's Guardian, yep, we'll probably want that. Very good talent. And then we have our other ones over here. We're definitely going to want this because increased critical strike chance on like on all our healing spells and on our chain lightning and lightning bolts. So that's pretty big. So we're going to want to find a way, which is either taking focused insight or one of these. So we'll come back to that. But for now, we'll keep working down this side of the tree and just see how far we go. Don't need Healing Stream Totem. Don't need the Manatide Totem. Yep, we're gonna want increased lightning bolt damage. Thunderstorm as a Resto Shaman. Let's go. Let's see, knocks enemies up instead of away, and its cooldown is reduced by 5 seconds. Okay, so that makes it a PvE focused thing. So we get Thunderstorm, um, and we also can take something that doesn't knock them back, so that makes it useful for Mythic Plus, and it's another crowd control ability. Grips the target in lightning, stunning and dealing nature damage over 5 seconds. Pretty good. That's mostly a PvP talent from what I remember. So we'll go ahead and take Thunderstorm with Thundershock for now, and then see what else we can. Relocates your active totems to the specified location. Oh, I'm so sad if we have to redo our totems like we used to, like with the totem bar. I actually don't like passive totems like that. I like how they were in Shadowlands and BFA, where you kind of just have cooldowns that you use as totems. Like every totem is just a cooldown ability. I much prefer that playstyle, but if they're reverting back to the old way, then we're definitely going to want totemic projection for Mythic Plus to move our totems around freely. And then this gives us Surging Shields. Increase the damage dealt by Lightning Shield. Okay, so it looks like we are going to have Lightning Shield baseline. Increase the healing done by Earth Shield, and increases the amount of mana restored when Water Shield is triggered. So we're going to want that. That's just overall very good. And then let's see, we have 3 more talent points to spend. So we're basically just going for one of these capstones at the bottom. So this is going to be all of the elements, which is resets the cooldown of your most recently used totem. That seems very good. Call of the Elements affects an additional totem, so that means it does it twice, or like it does your last 2 totems used probably. And then improved Call of the Elements reduces the cooldown of Call of the Elements by a minute. Or we can go down this way, which is, let's see what this Tranquil Air Totem summons a totem at your feet for 20 seconds that prevents cast pushback and reduces the duration of all incoming interrupts effects, so that's very niche. Or we get Stone Skin, which reduces physical damage taken. So it's like a beefed up version of, or I guess it's not a beefed up version. It's literally just Earthen Wall Totem, basically, which is pretty good for Mythic Plus. So I think we would want that. We take Stone Skin Totem, and then let's see what this is. Poison Cleansing Totem. Removes 1 poison effect every 1.5 seconds for 6 seconds. So that'd be very niche, but it could be very good for certain dungeons. And then what do we have left? We have 2 points left. So we have Totemic Focus, increases the radius of your totem's effects by 7%, increases the duration of Earthbind and Earthgrab, that's already very good, and increases the duration of Healing Stream, Mana Spring, Tremor, Poison Cleansing, Ancestral Protection, Earthen Wall, and Windrush Totem by 1.5 seconds. So it's okay, but it's not amazing. Nature's Swiftness. You literally get a Druid spell. So this looks like it just is the same exact thing as the Druid spell. Your next healing or damaging nature spell is instant cast and costs no. So we would probably, I would think we would take that. And I'm wondering what else we would do. I really want Nature's Fury still because increased critical strike is really nice. I'm wondering if there's a way to do that. Maybe we don't take a capstone on Resto Shaman. Maybe not a thing. Maybe you don't take Thunderstorm and you just kind of work your way down here. Very, very interesting. With only 2 points left, though, I think what we're going to do is just take Nature's Swiftness and probably Call of the Elements and just not take the capstone, I think. Yeah, I think we would just go with something like this, and then this would kind of just be like we could take off Nature's Swiftness for like Tremor Totem or Earth Grab. Or Frost Shock, so we could like not have Call of the Elements and instead just take Frost Shock. Maybe something like this. This is my first impression of what I would probably take, but I really am tempted to like, I really want this side of the tree to shine. I want there to be some kind of weird like hybrid build that actually works where you can like wear, you can use a melee weapon and stand in melee as a Resto Shaman, but I don't think it's going to be a thing. With like, there's just not any more talents that work with it. Like, there's nothing else that synergizes with melee combat in here besides just these 2 talents. So I don't think that's going to be enough to allow you to stand in melee as a Resto Shaman, I don't think it's going to be worth it at that point. So, but we will see. Who knows? So now we'll go ahead and work down the Restoration Tree, which is just as much of a cluster of interesting talents. So we start off with Riptide, and right off the bat, we're going to want Healing Wave. We don't really need Healing Rain for Mythic Plus, so we'll wait on that one and see what else we can get, but we'll still work like one row at a time just to make sure we're not passing up on anything crazy. And then Healing Stream Totem, which wasn't this also? Why do we have Healing Stream Totem over here and in the Resto tree? Is it just so that you can unlock it from this tree too? Because that's kind of interesting. I think because it unlocks such an important side of the tree, we will probably want this. But we will see, I guess, because we get tidal waves from over here, which is kind of huge for Mythic Plus. So I think... Oh man, this is... Which side of the tree do we work down? Maybe we don't work down this side. Maybe we go for the more like AoE focused side with this stuff, because there's some... It looks like some damage talents and stuff over here. So yeah, let's go this way. So we'll go Healing Rain. We'll have to take Deluge to just get further down the tree. We'll take Water Shield. And then we have Tidal Waves, which I want. Flash Flood, which we want. Water Totem Mastery. Consuming Tidal Waves reduces the cooldown of Cloudburst Totem. That's huge. And it looks like it reduces the cooldown of other totems. Oh man, this is so much stuff. There's too many things. This is the exact opposite of Holy Priest. There's too many things that we want in this tree. Acid Rain and nature damage every 1 second. 6 enemies inside your Healing Rain. Okay, so that already makes Healing Rain a very beneficial thing in Mythic Plus by making it do damage. Good job, Blizzard. That's awesome. Increases the damage of your lightning bolts and chain lightnings and Storm Elemental by 15%. But then you make a talent like that, so now it's probably going to be Call of Thunder. That's just the better choice, is what it seems like. 15% extra damage on Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning. And the reason that's going to be better is because Healing Rain is only beneficial when there's a lot of targets with Acid Rain. Because it goes up to 6 targets, but it doesn't like spread the damage or anything, while Call of Thunder increases our AoE with Chain Lightning and our single target with Lightning Bolt, where the Healing Rain talent only increases our AoE damage. And then we'll take Lava Surge, because that's an obvious pick. We'll take Spirit Link Totem, obvious pick. And then we'll go over here, Ancestral Wolf Affinity. Cleanse, Spirit, Wind Shear, Purge, and Totem cast no longer cancel Ghost Wolf. That's interesting, but that's a PvP thing. Stormkeeper. We get Stormkeeper as a Resto Shaman. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love this. I love this. I love this. Stormkeeper as a Resto Shaman. This is going to be sick. All right. Let's just keep... I'm going to kind of work our way back. Healing Rain instantly restores health to allies within its area, and its radius is increased by 1 yard. This is an old Azurite trait. I remember that. Increase the duration of Riptide. Targets you heal, gain additional HP. We're definitely going to want this. Ancestral Vigor. And then we have Healing Tide Totem, which we probably won't need for Mythic Plus, so we'll just wait on that. Resurgence, your direct heal criticals refund a percentage of your mana. May not need that, so we'll just wait. Mana Tide Totem, may not need that. Oh, we do get Echo of the Elements here, so we have to take something in order to get that. So we'll just take Resurgence just to get Echo of the Elements. And then we'll kind of look at some stuff over here. So this is Master of the Elements, casting Lava Burst, increase the damage of your next healing healing or damage of your next nature physical frost spell. Okay, so that's pretty good. Or you get your healing surge is 25% more effective on yourself. That's very strong. Then we get we get Cloudburst Totem over here. Oh my gosh. Why do you do this, Blizzard? It looks like we do have a lot more points to spend, so we'll probably be able to work down this side of the tree anyways to pick up Cloudburst Totem. But for now, we'll just stay over here and keep working on this stuff. So, oh, we get 10% now. Has that always been 10%? I think so. Casting Chain Heal on a target affected by Riptide consumes Riptide and increases the healing of your Chain Heal by 30%. That's very interesting. I like that. and increases the healing of Chain Heal by 8% and causes it to bounce an additional time. So for Mythic Plus specifically, if we take one of these talents, it's going to be Flow of the Tides because it's just more like burst healing. Because the extra bounce from Ancestral Reach doesn't really help us, and 8% increase healing on Chain Heal isn't very much for Mythic Plus. But we'll wait on that because I don't know if either of those are going to be very useful because I don't know how much we're going to be casting Chain Heal and Mythic Plus yet. So we get Unleash Life or Undulation. So we definitely want Undulation for Mythic Plus. And then we need more talent points. So this is where we go back and can start working our way towards things like Cloudburst Totem and maybe Master of the Elements and stuff. So we'll take Healing Stream Totem. We get Tidal Waves. I think because we want Cloudburst Totem, we're going to have to work this way. So we take this, and then we also get Healing Stream Totem heals for 10% more each time it ticks. That's definitely a no. That's always going to be Cloudburst Totem. There's no way it's not. So Cloudburst Totem, and then let's see what else we get. Flash Flood would be very good, but I don't think we're going to be able to take it. So that's okay. We can live without it. And then here we get Refreshing Waters or Master of the Elements. Master of the Elements is going to be a little bit more damage on like Chain Lightning and stuff like that. So we'll go ahead and take that. And then we get Torrent here, which is okay, but again, something that we don't absolutely need. And then here we get Ancestral Protection Totem or Earthen Wall Totem, which are okay, but in Mythic Plus, neither of these are hugely sought after, so we just won't take either of them right now, I don't think. And then this is Earth Living Weapon, imbues the Shaman's Weapon with Earthen Life, which gives your Riptide, Healing Wave, Healing Surge, and Chain Heal a 20% chance to trigger Earth Living on the target, healing an additional amount over 12 seconds. So it's just a small heal over time effect. I don't think this is going to be very beneficial for Mythic Plus. So we will go more towards this side. And it looks like that means we are picking up Primordial Wave probably. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Applies Flame Shock to an enemy or heal an ally and apply Riptide. Your next healing wave will also hit targets affected by Riptide. Okay, so they didn't branch off and let us cast Lava Burst on everything with Flame Shock still. Feels bad. I think we still end up taking this talent, but because we only have 10 points, let's just wait and read the rest of them. Ancestral Awakening. When you critically heal with your Healing Wave, Healing Surge, or Riptide, you summon an Ancestral Spirit to aid you, instantly healing the lowest health for 10% of the amount healed. That seems pretty decent for Mythic Plus. What's the capstone for this one? High Tide or Primal Tidal Core. Not very beneficial for Mythic Plus. And then Earthen Harmony. Earth Shield healing is increased by 50% if your Earth Shield target is below 75% health. Healing Wave and Healing Surge. Add a stack of Earth Shield to your target. Thank you. No more refreshing Earth Shield. We take this for sure. And then we take Ascendance with it. Awesome. Ever Rising Tide. Overcharge your mana for 8 seconds, increasing your haste and healing done by 10%. While overcharged, your mana regeneration is halted. This is very good because you can pop this and utilize it for what it's made for, which is extra healing in short burst windows, but you sacrifice more mana for it. But in Mythic Plus, we're going to actually use this a lot of the time to just deal more damage because it's 10% haste for free every 30 seconds. So that means every pull we're pressing, we're getting 10% extra haste and being able to spam chain lightnings and stuff. So we're definitely going to take that. We already look at this over here. We either get Wellspring or, oh my gosh, this talent is so huge. I literally can't read it all. It's Wellspring or something else. I think we already looked at it earlier, though, before we took Ascendance. So, take Ascendance. Nature's Focus, primary target of your Chain Heal is healed an additional 20%. Not huge, so we'll probably wait on that. So we definitely take Primordial Wave. We have 6 more points to spend. So it looks like we have to work our way down here. We get Improved Primordial Wave, and then we get Choose One, reduce the cooldown of Primordial Wave by 15 seconds, or it has a 15% chance to not incur its cooldown. RNG or just consistency? We probably will take the consistency talent, I would think, but maybe not. So let's take Tumbling Waves for now and just, I think this will be something where it's kind of debatable, but we'll see once. That's more of like a theory crafting question. So and then we still have 2 points to spend. So what do we do with our last 2 points? Flash Flood, probably, because I want Flash Flood. We could also get Downpour, which is decent for Mythic Plus because it's like a nice little burst heal. And then we would get one more talent point after that. What is this? This was High Tide or Primal Tidal Core, which aren't amazing. High Tide's decent, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to find a way to get it without sacrificing something else. I don't really want to do. So I think we would just take Downpour, and then depending if we cast Chain Heal a decent amount, we would take Nature's Focus, I would think. But for the last talent point for now, I think what we would do is, yeah, I think we probably just take Healing Tide Totem because it's more healing than something like 20% additional healing on the primary target of Chain Heal. So we would just either take like Healing Tide Totem, or we could take something like this where we take Flow of the Tides for Mythic Plus. So I'm going to just take Healing Tide Totem just so that it has, it's something that we're used to having. So this is what the tree will look like so far with my first impressions. Pretty awesome talent tree. This one was by far the hardest to choose from so far out of all the healers that we've done, which we've done Resto Druid, we've done Discipline Priest, and Holy Priest. So Resto Shaman definitely had it the hardest as far as choices to make and things to kind of look at and breaking down the talent tree, because you can literally just tell by looking at the talent tree itself. There's so many like branches and things where they unlock other things, and it's like it's not like taking you down different paths. It's kind of taking you all down one path, and it's just choosing how you get to the bottom. You're just zigzagging your way through to the bottom, and you can kind of go any way you choose, and that's why it's like every row is two more choices every single time. So it's difficult. There's no real streamlined paths or anything in this tree. So awesome talent tree though. Very excited. I hope they maybe change some things up and add some more like enhancement stuff in here so that maybe we could see some kind of potential for even it's just like a fun kind of mess around like with your friends and like, lower keys or something like that, or in a raid night or something where you want to pad like DPS or something. Some more like enhanced things, like getting rid of some of this utility stuff like this, and even maybe like Call of the Elements, like replacing that with something more enhancement focused. I think that would be very cool, which I guess this is technically the most enhancement like ability, because enhancement is supposed to be something that enhances allies and stuff like that. That's kind of been the whole point of the class. But just a few more melee abilities I think would be really, really appreciated, and I think it would be cool to just even have that option available to us. So we'll see how Maelstrom Weapon and Flurry does, but I don't think it's going to be something that we take. But maybe we can, because maybe all you have to do is just get rid of these capstones here in this Thunderstorm, and you could easily just take these right here and have some melee rotation in your build. So be interesting to see. Thank you guys for watching. I'll keep releasing these as they come out. Yeah, see you later.